The Seahawks return home for the first of 3 straight primetime matchups. Up first, another divisional foe in the Los Angeles Rams. What's going on, 12's Jackie Montgomery with your Week 5 game preview. The Seahawks evened out their record to 2-2 thanks to their victory over the 49ers, but another tough NFC West matchup looms with the LA Rams coming to town with a 3-1 record. The Rams are coming off their first loss of the season, falling to the Arizona Cardinals 37-20. With the short turnaround, both teams have had a rushed week of preparation.
The biggest challenge always is just the preparation part of it, but I think we're always ahead of schedule with that. I think I always get up. As soon as we got back, I started watching film, on the plane, and then as soon as we get back home, and kind of get ahead of schedule, really. And as long as you have a plan, we've done this a lot. We've played those Thursday night games or these big prime time games, whatever you want to call them. But I think the biggest thing is always being prepared and being ahead of schedule. So it's something that we've done very, very well. Something I really pride myself in, and so. I feel great about what we're trying to do and how we're going to go about it.
Los Angeles has a new quarterback under center after trading for Matthew Stafford during the offseason. The 13-year veteran played the previous 12 years for the Detroit Lions. Through 4 games, Stafford has thrown 1,222 yards, which ranks 4th in the NFL, and his 11 touchdown passes ranks 2nd.
Well, the system is really basically the same with different emphasis in terms of how much they're doing some stuff, but it's basically the same plays and all. Big, tall, hard throwing quarterback is what both those guys are, and very similar in when you look at the game. But I think you can tell that the coaches are really trusting Matthew and really giving him a lot of latitude to throw the ball a lot and spread the field, and it's obvious that they really are excited about what he contributes. He's seeing a terrific scheme. He's seeing excellent receivers. The pass protection, he's been sacked 3 times in 4 games. That's the quarterback's dream. So they're off to a terrific start, and looks really like it was a great move to get him. I think he's uplifted their program, it seems, and they're excited about it.
The Rams' passing game ranks 5th in the NFL, averaging close to 300 yards per game. Eastern Washington product Cooper Kupp continues to lead the team in receiving yards and touchdowns.
They do a good job throwing the ball. Linebackers, we got to be great in our zone coverages and also man coverages. They got some good receivers. They like to spread out the field, go empty a lot. And so this week is going to be a good challenge for us as far as getting in our zones and perfecting our coverages.
They're playmakers. They're very much a part of the offense. They can catch, they can block, they can run. They're very versatile. They do it all. I think they're certainly a weapon in the offense, in the run game and in the pass game.
The Rams' run game features a new face in 2018 first-round pick Sony Michel, who replaces LA's leading rusher from a year ago in Cam Akers, who suffered a torn Achilles in the offseason. Michel and 30-year back Darrell Henderson lead the way for the Rams' run game, combining for 338 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year.
He's a good back, one cut back, got a lot of speed, physical. So it's another good week, coming in. It's always stop the run first. And so we're going to make a point to that as we go in practice this week, getting prepared to stop and run and what they like to do. But he's a good back, so we got to be prepared.
LA has a new defensive coordinator in Raheem Morris, who was previously serving as a defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons before being promoted to their interim head coach. Morris takes over a defense that led the league in several categories last year and boasts linebacker Leonard Floyd and all-pros Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
They look like a great football team is what they look like they always do. I think that, obviously Coach Morris, he's been a tremendous coach throughout his career, and he really has those guys flying around and making plays and stuff like that. So we have to be on our A game. I think the biggest thing is obviously, they mix in their coverages and their shells and all that kind of stuff. But, I think their defensive line is obviously extremely talented. The linebackers can fly around, make plays. They're secondary, too, as well, with all the players they have there, too. So they do a lot of great things, and we're going to have to play our best football game.
Looking at the Seahawks, Russell Wilson and the offense were able to get back into a rhythm in their last outing, but one area they would like to improve on is third downs, after the team could only convert on 2 of 14.
The biggest thing for us is it's always going to come back to that efficiency on first and second down, because if we can have as many of those 3rd and 6 and less, just like the rest of the NFL is, you have a better chance of success in those scenarios. And I think for us, when it comes to those third downs in particular, just keeping to work on that execution, getting the ball out of our hands, getting ready to pick up all the different pressures and stunts that come our way, and continue to do a good job with it, and knowing that it's an area that we need to continue to strive to improve in, but it all starts with that first and second down execution, so that a lot of our drives that end up in points, it's almost you're limited those third down chances throughout those drives, and it's no coincidence that a lot of those times those can lead to touchdown drives or field goal drives when you can eliminate that part of it.
Thursday night marks the first time offensive coordinator Shane Waldron will face his former team. He spent 4 years with the Rams and credits Sean McVay with helping him jumpstart his coaching career. Having Waldron in Seattle has helped the Seahawks better understand the Rams' offensive philosophy.
Without question. No, without question. And we've been talking about it, the whole time and really all aspects. So we really couldn't have more help in that regard, and so that doesn't mean that, it shows, but we do have a lot of insight. And of course they have too. They've got theirs, because he's as close to those guys, been with those guys a lot longer than he's been with us. So it's a factor in some regard. I don't know where it fits, and we'll see. But we have a lot of respect for what they do. Obviously, so much that we brought it here. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
The Seahawks are 10-1 on Thursday night games, and primetime games at Lumen Field are always a good one to watch. So make sure you are ready for kickoff, which is at 5:20 p.m. Pacific. There are a lot of ways you can watch this one on Fox, the NFL Network, or Amazon Prime. Or as always, you can listen to it on the Seahawks Radio Network.